good.
I'm waiting for a notification to go through.
We live?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let me share
Oh,
this
there we go.
around.
There we go. Notification. Okay. Let me get this spamming. Spam. All right. Shit, let's get to it, man. Business is booming.
Yes, sir.
As it should.
Let me
You
mute you if I can.
say what now?
Think I'm think I'm hearing you somewhere. Let me make sure everything is muted. Yeah, something is on. Hold up. All right. That one. Okay. All right, we're good to go.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right. So, business is good, yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, man.
um.
We like
So let's do this. So, what takeaways did you get from Cal's crypto stream that maybe you want to expound on first before we dive right into what you want to present? Because
um
I get it. Like, not all crypto is monolithic, and I'm glad you're here because most people pretty much when they hear the word crypto, you're all get lumped into one giant box. So if you can give me some
yeah,
differentiations and stuff like that.
it's definitely levels to crypto. You have people who are crypto. Well, I'm heavy in the crypto world, so you have people, that we consider, crypto normies, which is what OG crypto people call people who are just now getting into crypto, who are
Okay.
just hyped up on it and all that stuff. Um, and that's pretty much somebody who hasn't really gotten into crypto for the first time, or and then there's people like myself who's been in it for at least what we consider one or two bull runs,
Okay.
which is where it's all over the news again. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like, okay, we have um, the news articles and stuff talking about it, or they say Bitcoin hit 20,000, or hit Bitcoin hit 70,000, or Bitcoin hit 100,000. Like whenever the buzz is at its all time high,
Mm-hmm.
that's when, and that happens every 4 years. That's when we consider that to be, a crypto like OG.
Okay.
So I'm not sure where he is on the level, but respect to him.
Yeah. So okay, when you see it hit 100,000 versus
Yeah.
the regular person that watches the news and sees Bitcoin hit 100,000, what are they thinking versus what are you thinking?
Well, at my crypto academy, what I teach is we get in when crypto is quiet, when the news is quiet, and we've gotten in at like 20,000.
Okay.
So just on Bitcoin, that's a more of a safer investment. We've already done Forex
Okay.
on our money. So for the people out there, what that means is if you invest like $1,000, you're up $4,000, and that's conservative
Mm-hmm.
because majority of the time we're doing at least 10 to 20x, which we're going to get into later on. But yeah, that's the main reason why I've been trying to grow my crypto group for these last couple of years, is because if you enter crypto wrong, you can either get scammed, you can join those crypto cults I was talking about, um, or you can become successful. So is you have to be very, very careful how you get introduced to crypto, because you can either, and also you could just make a little bit of money when you could have been making a crazy amount of money. Because I know the first thing people are gonna ask me in the chat is what do I think about XRP? If you haven't heard of that crypto before, it's like one of the most popular crypto that's out there that people are thinking is going to make them a massive amount of money.
Hmm.
And it's just like it's so many levels and depths with it. It's really just about if you want to make the most money, you really have to, you know, come into the trenches and get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the average person cannot afford to buy a crypto or a Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Now, should they do the Robinhood, the Coinbase, and buy like a percentage of a Bitcoin? Would you advise
No.
people to do that? Do the Robinhood.
Why don't I just put this thing on my TV? Okay, it just turned off. My TV just picked up your voice. I said, "What the
Oh
hell?"
shit.
Um, so the average person can buy Bitcoin. They'll just buy fractions of it.
Okay.
So let's say Bitcoin is, like, Bitcoin, right? But you can buy $500 worth of it, a piece of it,
Hmm.
$200 of it.
Hmm.
You'll just get what's called Satoshis, which are basically fractions of what Bitcoin is, and that's for all currencies.
Okay.
So that's one of the misconceptions. That's what I mean by the entry level into crypto is it's however you get introduced is really how you're going to be how for the most part how you're going to end. How you start is how you finish.
Hmm.
It's rare to start in crypto a certain type of way and then on the outside of it you actually evolve to something else. It's really that's why I call it like a cult, because if you're not careful, man, if nobody will sit you down and be like, yo, man, you actually can get Bitcoin at like $500. You
Hmm.
can actually, if you're not told that, then you're gonna miss out. Just the average person.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. Well, let go ahead and get into the weeds of this. Um, you run an academy. No, no. I'll let you frame it. Tips and
Yeah.
tricks, and then we'll get to your academy. So however you want to, whatever
Yeah.
information you want to present first.
So with crypto, right? What most people have to understand is the forex wave. I like to give people a very very simple breakdown of what crypto is. If you ever heard of forex, which is foreign exchange, you have different currencies. So you have peso, Canadian dollar, yen, different currencies tethered to the countries. With cryptocurrencies, you just have um, cryptic breakdown of digital currencies to where you have to use codes and you can actually create crypto currencies through digital coding.
Mhm.
So that's cryptography comes from when you try to break down a code or whatever, and it's just currencies. So the beautiful thing about it is you can create a currency, I can create a currency. All we need to do is set up a liquidity pool based off of a blockchain. So I like to give the example of a blockchain is a street. So you have Bitcoin, which was the first blockchain, the first crypto. And every crypto is either a blockchain or built on the blockchain. So let's
Okay.
say we have a street, Bitcoin is the street. All right. Right. Like this here. Bitcoin is the street. Bitcoin has its blockchain. You can build applications and dApps on top of the street
Hmm.
of the blockchain, or you can have a blockchain which is like Ethereum, which is more like a city where you have an ecosystem around it. So when people say cryptocurrencies or tokenized assets, they all it's like a square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle can't be a
Can't be a
square.
square. Yep.
So it really is about, okay, what am I dealing with first before I invest the money? But don't get so hung up on the technical side of it, because you're going to get into words like mining crypto, setting up networks and all those type of things, when that can, again, how you enter, how you start is how you finish. So you mean to tell me to make money in crypto, I got to set up a supercomputer so I can mine Bitcoin. Like it doesn't make any sense. When I look on the news, I see this whole row of computers and they're saying they're making money from Bitcoin. So if I don't do that, I don't make money in Bitcoin. No, that's just one aspect. They just support the network and they get fees similar to ATMs. So when I said set up a liquidity pool, what that means is we need to set up a way to where we have dollars, right? Which is, let's say, was the first blockchain, right?
Mm.
And we have another crypto, which is the Canadian dollar. So if we want to create a market, we have to provide dollar and Canadian dollars. And what do? We get the fees between the two. So, like an ATM, you provide liquidity, which means you provide the cash to where people can come get it, and the ATM person gets a fee. That happens digitally in cryptocurrencies, in the networks. All of that's happening, but you just can't see it. So, it's about, do you want to be the person who provides the liquidity? You can get fees off of that. Do you want to support the system that provides the liquidity? Do you want to create a blockchain? Do you want to create a token, which is on top of the blockchain, which is where you have all these currencies and Dogecoin and this currency? It's about how you want to play the game. And do you want to have crypto loans? That's another aspect. Do you want to have crypto savings accounts where you get higher interest? All of those things are wrapped into what this whole ecosystem is.
Right.
And what I recommend people to do is focus on how you enter in this thing. Because how you enter in, how you start is how you finish. There's many people that say, well, I heard about crypto mining. Well, is your goal to make 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, become a millionaire? Yes. Okay, then stay away from mining because you're going to need tens of millions of dollars to set up all these rigs
Right.
in the first place. So you need capital to go that route. Okay. Um, Same with providing liquidity to people. So people want to say, well, I just want to collect the fees from people, swapping and being my own foreign exchange, digital foreign exchange,
Mm.
which is what cryptocurrencies, you can do that as well. So if you want Bitcoin, I want XRP, I'll just stand in the middle and provide liquidity, just like going to get Canadian dollar or pesos or whatever. You do that digitally. That's another part of the game. The game that I teach is flipping, just like how you flip properties, because cryptocurrencies are digital assets, not just currencies. So that's why when people look at the crypto, that's like, okay, what is it? And it's almost like you got to get initiated to a degree to really understand it. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, you came through the blue lines, you probably ain't gonna understand it. You went in blue. Well, too bad for you. No.
Well, let me the perfect segue. So we both agree that urban folk are pretty much the most financially illiterate of all the groups.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why would I expect, or why? No, why do our people somehow put the cape on the cryptocurrency like it's going to save us? It's going to be the ultimate equalizer. It's going to undo all the decades that the Federal Reserve has done to us. Like I,
Yeah,
I'm to the point where with most of our people, when they report on the Bitcoin, I only hear from them when Bitcoin hits 80,000, 100,000. Like those people, you don't matter. Like you will never ever be a mitigating factor of anything on the financial sector level at all. So
right.
what is it about cryptocurrency that people think it offers the financial freedom to get from under master's boot?
Because what if I told you I had a student that made $15,000 within 7 days, 10 days? What would you say to that? Most people may say, that sounds like one of them Cash App things where I send you this money and then you make that money. Until I show you that, hey, I got this phone right here that's worth $1,000. I found a market where I can sell it for $10,000. That's the same thing in crypto.
Okay.
If you're able to get in early on something, you absolutely can change your life. And what's happening with a lot of urban folks is they're watching people do it that aren't urban.
Mm.
They're not urban. The masters of crypto are non-urban folks. People who are not popular, people who are not on YouTube. Those people are paid by the market makers who you will walk right past them and not even know they have $1 billion in their on their phone or in their wallets or whatever, their digital wallets. These people pay those influencers, those urban people to hype it up. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So popular is not better, and popular typically is the normie entry into crypto itself. And a lot of urban folks, they are overly stimulated by these influencers by showing them, hey, on the blockchain, this person put in $100 and he sold it for $1 million for the Pepe token, or he bought Dogecoin. That this absolutely that absolutely can happen, but
Okay.
this is the issue. You bought in when it was already up here. You wasn't in the alpha groups that I'm in to where we discuss, hey, this is gonna be the next thing.
Okay.
Nobody's talking about it. Just like I showed you
Yeah.
about when we had the meeting,
Yeah. A few months
which I'm
back.
gonna
Yeah.
get
Yeah. Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, it's DNA. They got DNA on the, you can have a DNA vault
Yeah.
on the blockchain right now. And I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm gonna share my screen about 5 to 10 minutes. You can literally store your DNA on the blockchain. You can have your own DNA vault, 23andMe genetic data, compare it with your mate, see who has the genetics for birth defects. You can possibly test medicines before you administer them through AI.
Right.
You have all of that stuff going on right now, but we live in the era of blockbuster right now. We're not in Netflix level to where it's all over the place. Just like you can invest into real estate on the blockchain. Those are opportunities to where, yeah, man, granddad, he invested in Pepsi. Oh man, I should invest in Pepsi today. No, that was back then. We need to find the new Pepsi,
Right.
the new Microsoft, the
Yeah.
new Netflix, the new Apple. And that's what I've been doing all this time. And that's why I set up the academy to do so. So, um, it's really, really important for all of us to understand that, yes, it is the next Apple. It is AI, all of that stuff is there, but you have to just get into the right things and it can change your life. It
Let me.
absolutely can.
Okay. This is the selfish me asking. Now, what was the turning point for you to say, you know what, I want to teach my people this instead of just keeping that information for yourself, maybe a select few, and say, you know, we're gonna run it up to hell with everybody else. What prompted you to say, you know what, I need to share this information, teach my people? Because I'm to the point where I want scorched earth, and I don't think you want scorched earth.
Yeah.
So why? What was the turning point for you to be like, you know what, this needs, I need to help my people out this way?
Well, the beautiful thing about it is I help my people through helping everybody
Okay.
because the academy is for everyone.
Okay.
It just so happens that our people slip through the cracks. I mentor people your age, bro, and older.
Yeah.
I mentor 22-year-olds, people from all over the world. I mentor a couple right now, husband and wife. They're in our group. They have children, and I'm building this thing up. But what I understood is from a business perspective, it's something that is scary to provide basically crypto's customer service. That's what I'm seeing this can be in the future.
Okay.
A place to where you can call someone, talk to someone, and ask them about crypto. We don't have that yet.
Mm.
So I'm thinking long term that this is what this can turn into long term.
Mhm.
And it's scary. People say it's a scam. Crypto's this and that, this, the third, and the third, which makes it beneficial for me to do it because I know I'm not going to have a lot of competition in the beginning. Eventually, it's going to be adopted to where it's just going to be like Cash App, which Cash App is the perfect example to what crypto actually is
Okay.
because it's 100% digital. You have a tag, which is like a crypto wallet address, and you send money to that. So we're already digitally in that ecosystem with sending money through Cash App. And along also, you can't delete your Cash App transactions.
Oh no,
You
no,
can't
it's
say, well, I
right.
didn't send you money. You can, that's just like the blockchain.
Yeah.
The blockchain is immutable and you can't undo transactions and things like that. So
Okay.
we're already doing it.
So let me make sure I got. So should we be looking for the next new thing? So would you advise people to say, okay, just buy bits and pieces of Bitcoin? Don't worry about looking for the next new coin per se.
If you don't want to get into an alpha group, when alpha is like a term that I'm using crypto nerd language. So alpha groups is basically like letting you know what the new meta is. If people know what meta is in video games or just the new whatever, the next thing is like you have to get into those circles because those are the people who are just like the market makers. Like they're connected to the people who run the world to a degree.
Mhm.
They're the to a degree, they're pretty much in the same kind of category. So yeah, they're pretty yeah, they're on that tech side of the where we're going in the future. So if you're not in an alpha group to where you're understanding what's next and where to place your money to get these type of gains, then yes, you probably should buy Bitcoin. But the only problem is this is a market. So markets go up and down. So if somebody was to tell you to buy Bitcoin at, I'm gonna just use very, very simple numbers. Buy Bitcoin at $100, where the asset is $100, and people just say, some expert just says buy Bitcoin, every month. Okay, you could buy Bitcoin $100, then it goes to 120, it goes to 50, it goes to 70, and you're averaging in every single month. But this is the problem. You have what's called bull runs, which is when the price of stocks, crypto, it accelerates so much to where those are times when you need to sell, wait for it to crash, and then buy in again. That's if you want to do it optimally, right? So you need to be in a group to be able to understand that. If not, then you're just going to be buying it, and you're not really going to make as much money as you think that you should because it's crypto.
Okay,
You know,
I don't even think the average, and I hate to say this, I don't think the average urban person even understands what a bull run is. I look at the stock
right?
market, penny. You can do
Yeah,
penny stocks, and we were so far behind on that. How
right.
far behind are we as a people with crypto at this point?
From the urban perspective, a lot of us are very much so behind. A lot of us still want to rap. A lot of us still want to get into these red markets, which is, or excuse me, red oceans, which means there's a lot of competition. A lot of us still want to be makeup artists, cut hair,
Uh oh. Uh oh.
stuff like that,
You're gonna
sell
upset the
t-shirts.
barbers down
Those,
there. Don't say that. You're gonna make the
and
barbers.
no knock to them, but what I'm saying is it's a red ocean because it's a lot of competition.
Okay.
That's all. If you're going to be in a red ocean, that's why the music industry is so savage because it's so many people. So it's dog eat dog world times extreme. Like it's insane. Yeah. So I would say a lot of us need to branch out to other industries and just like selling dogs. Everybody was selling dogs during COVID. Then it was credit repair.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, oh, it's just like how you said before, an ATM is giving you an extra 20. You just tell everybody.
Yeah.
Now it's you ruined it. So diversification and just doing other things is what a lot of us need to do more of. And this is something where you actually got to be smart to do this. You can't fool around in crypto. You're not gonna make it. You
I'm
got to
glad you
be smart.
said that because I was looking for a nice way of saying it.
Yeah,
No, you got to put in work. It's just like anything else. I don't. Oh man, that's where the laziness comes out in our people. It's like you got to do the due diligence, man.
yeah,
Okay,
got to.
let me jump around a bit. Um,
Yeah.
how worrisome are you with the implications or the future implications of blockchain? Are there aspects of the blockchain that kind of give you pause, like, oh, that could lead down a slippery slope?
Um, the actual tech behind it, um, how they have everybody basically already in ledgers already. Um, that's the negative part of it, and just where like when people hear AI, they don't understand that there's an underbelly of AI merging in the cryptocurrency
Okay,
space.
okay,
They don't get that part, and the that is making this where I want to share my screen here in the next
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
60 seconds because that's where it's really going to be to where you're going to have AI manager money for you.
Okay,
AI is going to be better than your attorney because the AI is going to algorithmically figure out loopholes automatically to be your attorney or your lawyer. And AI is going to be battling each other. I already seen. Well, that's a whole. I don't want to go down that whole other thing, but
it's a
yeah,
rabbit
they
hole
have
here, man.
AI that compete law
Yeah.
with each other.
Okay.
They're speaking law language and they're competing with each other to outdo each other, and they're learning.
Mhm.
So you have learning. These are advanced learning machines that are looking at our algorithms that are putting their own algorithms to see how we react, and then they're learning from that. So they're already thinking. I believe that the people who run this place use AI to help them out because the way that they're planning 5, 10 years, 50, 20 years in advance, I don't, they may some of them may be superhuman, but it would be better to use an AI because you will have it mapped out. And if you
Okay.
need to make adjustments, have your AI do it.
Hmm.
So no, I probably made some people be like, "What are we talking
That's
about today?"
okay. This is for those that have ears to
But for
listen.
real.
That's why I'm tripping.
But I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's the dangerous sides of it, man. So yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. So the academy, how difficult was that setting that thing up and surrounding yourself with the right people to ensure that they represent the values and that you believe in and whatnot.
Um, so it really started off with crypto security because what's the point of making all this money in crypto if you don't have crypto security?
Okay.
That's what it started off, was me just helping people get their security together, which is one of the major things we talk about in the crypto academy. And by the way, it's called Soundworthy Investments Group. I haven't publicly launched the website or Instagram or anything. Is really a invitation only right now, but we have like 300 students or whatnot. But um, I will be launching it publicly shortly. But yeah, it just started off just to care. I still care about people. I still have to deal with people. So to a degree, you still got to care about people, to a degree, even though as much sometimes I just want to not deal with people.
Okay.
I find it better off to be selective with my caring about people, and at least I can fully be smart in this industry more
Mhm.
so than just marketing for businesses and artists because it's so subjective.
Okay.
So for me, I can just 100% focus on just being smart and using numbers
Mhm.
because I'm dealing with AI and algorithms
Anyway,
anyways.
right. Okay.
don't have feelings. So it's just like, if you listen to me, you make money because I got it battle tested. It's numbers, So yeah.
Let me ask you same question I asked Cal. So I know you said you mentor people my age, a little bit older, but
Hmm.
the average older Gen Xer, or maybe even a boomer that's right, that hasn't kicked the bucket yet, would you
Yeah.
advise them to get into this, or just say, just wait until they give you your digital profile at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like, because
It depends on their goals, man. Like, it depends, what, because see, how I do it is people join the academy and I have pre-recorded videos and they watch that and they get into the community. Cool. But then I do one-on-one mentorships with people and I really get into depth on what it is that their goals are, because a lot of people say they want to be high risk, they want to be extremely high risk, and they want to be safe. It's like, do you want to have growth in this? Like,
yeah.
where do you want to go with this? And then I just support whatever that decision is, because some people want to play with like 10,000. They want to take some of it out of their 401k, or they just got a super big bonus at the end of the year. They want to work with that. That's the Gen X uh, crowd. And I just asked them, like, hey, what do you want to do? Because some of them are curious because they're seeing the gains everywhere. They like, man, like 100,000 a Bitcoin. I remember when it was like 17. Well, I remember in COVID when it was like 3. It like went down to 3 because we thought the world was ending. But it went to 70 when we thought the world was ending. What is going on with this thing?
Mm.
So they remember Microsoft. They remember the dot-com bubble. They remember, these big bull runs. And it's like, this is you all's opportunity now. So
Okay.
it just depends, because eventually they're going to get it to where people can just get it in a 401k, but you're not going to be rich that way. It's just another way to hedge against inflation, but that's a whole other discussion.
Okay.
That
Humor me
yeah,
a bit. Say you have a
yeah.
client, 65. They've done their 30 years on the job. They get a nice little
All right.
pension. You know what I'm saying? And they're good. House is paid off. Kids grown. They're empty nester, and they get
Yep.
3 to 4 grand a month off the pension, so Social Security. They're good. What's your
Hmm.
pitch to them for why they should mess with crypto at this point?
Because the value of the dollar is decreasing. I got a pick here that was probably worth 30 years ago, probably $1 or something. This is probably $5 now.
Them shits,
Same pick,
them shits ain't
right?
cheap no more.
Chapstick, same thing. What has happened? What is inflation? Inflation means you need more dollars for the same thing. It doesn't mean prices are just going up. No, it means that it's like to do the same work that you got to do at your job, you got to work 2 or 3 days to do the same type of work. That's what inflation is. To get the same thing, you have to give more of the value in exchange, which means either one is becoming more valuable or one is devaluing. It's
Okay.
not like you're getting 2 for 1 for the same price.
Mhm.
No, you're getting the same thing for more dollars. So since that's happening, you have to hedge against that by having your money um, increase in value and appreciate. And if you're not putting it in somewhere to where, okay, let's say this is a Bitcoin and it's worth $10,000 right now. I put $10,000 in it. In a year, because that happens in crypto, or 6 months, it could be worth $20,000. So now you can sell that, pay your taxes, and then you can reinvest again. But that takes you to be an active investor, not a passive
I think
investor,
most
which
people want to be passive. I just want to put my
which
money
is the
into it and just let it do.
401k.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you're not going to be. It's going to take you 30 years to potentially be whatever value they, people say retired, with a half a million or $1 million in a 401k,
Mm.
30 years, let's say, but you can do that in like 5, maybe maybe 8 years, you can become a millionaire if you have a good standing amount of capital and you get into the right things.
Okay.
Because when people go online, they literally see it happening, which makes urban people think it's fast money, but that's not an I win button. Crypto is not an I win button. It's about how much money you have. First of all, how much money you have, how much are you willing to invest, what you invest in, and are you in an alpha group that are going to tell you what to invest in, when, how to get out, when to get like how to set everything. Like all of that is a part of it,
Okay.
not just crypto, buy this coin, here go to the moon, you get rich. No, it doesn't work like that. You'll lose.
Here's a problem that I'm constantly seeing, and it's an honest problem.
Yeah.
I was always of the ilk like I should not have to work at a job 30 years to buy the Corvette. Why can I not have the Corvette? I mean, my dad we have these knockdown, drag out fights. Why do I have to wait till I'm 60 to buy the Corvette? Why can't I buy the Corvette when I'm 30? So what I'm seeing, what
Exactly.
you said, most people want to see it as fast money. Nobody wants to be in their 60s, 70s enjoying the finer thing. I can't. Why can't I not have it in my 20s, 30s, and 40s? And that's what I'm seeing with as
Yeah.
crypto being the model or the way towards that. If what I'm saying makes sense, is that what you're seeing?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. Like a lot of people who are in my group, and in the academy, they have a lot of the same aspirations they want to make. And, if any of my members are watching, drop something in the chat, if you are in that age bracket that we're talking about right now, that are over 50, that are in my academy, drop something in the chat and just let us know you're here, or anybody, rather, because I shared it around. But yeah, that's like one of the major things is you can get it right now, but you just have to be in a group, man. You got to be in a collective of people that are going to help you, that's the main thing,
Okay.
so yeah. Can you see
Uh,
my screen?
I got you.
How much of it can you see? Let me
All of it.
see.
I
The
got you. I
entire
do.
thing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So this is an example of what I was telling you guys about crypto. So here you see where it says unlock the potential of tokenized real estate investment with Landshares RWA, which is real world asset ecosystem. So you can basically invest fractions of uh, a property, and essentially anywhere in the world you can get dividends or real estate rental income, or you can get money on the flip. And the minimal investment is what you see here, just over $1, which means the entry to do this is not um, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not gated by red tape or being in a buddy buddy group. This is people all around the world can do this, and this is just in the aspect of real estate, because this real estate, which is an asset, is also can be tokenized, which again, I said tokens or crypto are assets. That's why they have that connection. And if you think that I'm just, blowing smoke, let's see what these guys have to say about it. Right? What does that say? How
How
BlackRock
BlackRock and
Trump
Trump.
Okay.
You
All
already
right.
know.
All right. So, this is the big boy here, and this is Trump might revitalize tokenization. Okay. So, tokenization refers to putting real world assets and data on the blockchain, representing ownership of those assets. Additionally, tokenization with built in smart contracts automates trust and transactions by enabling money and assets to be held in digital escrow on the blockchain, right? So, all of that is happening right now behind the scenes. And you have so many people that, I think it was Larry Fink, RWA. He has a video of him actually talking about it himself here. I'm not going to play it right now, but you all can see that. This was back in April of last year. So they're also creating a strategic investment in asset tokenization. So they're invested in what I'm talking about. So BlackRock's $1 billion DeFi bet unveiled. Real world asset DeFi projects poised to pump with BlackRock's investment. So all this stuff here is what I'm talking about. So when I said earlier about let me see, can you see my screen now? Or can you see me?
Let me see back to you. All right, back to you.
Okay. So when I spoke about those people are kind of connected with the crypto, that's why I was like, kind of pretty much,
Yeah.
because they're right there with it. So it's like, it's really like you did a live talking about Mark Zuckerberg, right? So if you're able to get with Mark Zuckerberg and get in on Facebook before the big boys say, okay, that's what we're gonna use as a tool to control everybody. Well, at least you made money on Facebook before it became what we know as Facebook. That's pretty much the mindset around that. Same with this one. This is another one, guys. I'm gonna share my screen. This is called genomes.
Wait,
So
hold up. Your something with the audio just went bad.
oh come on. Let me just better.
No, it's not the screen. It's the audio. It just went robotic. So I think it might be Ecamm doing that. Because I had the same issues with Cal when he went to do a screen share. It just jacked the
Yeah,
fucking.
totally.
Okay, now you're back up. Now you're back good.
Okay, let me try it again and then let me do this and then let's see if this works better. How's that?
Bet.
Okay, good. So next time somebody shares screen, make sure they click the button to mute the audio on the tab. It's like a weird thing they say.
Okay, gotcha.
So as you guys can see here, I'm just gonna go down to what you all what sticks out to you all the most. 23andMe, my heritage ancestry.com. Most of you all know what that is. You can now upload your data from these sites to genomes, and you can own and privately explore your genomes without it being sold to third party companies without your consent. If you want to do that, you can do this, earn money on it, which means when you do this 23andMe and you swab and all that stuff, they give your genetic data to these different companies and they sell it and they make money off of it. So similar to what this is doing is it takes out the middleman by aggregating and querying your genetic data and working with research organizations and retaining the ownership at the same time.
That's crazy.
So this is what Genomes is doing, and it's using the blockchain to do it. So how this particular company works is you get swabbed and you get your genetic data on the blockchain and you get a secured access to it. So you can look up ancestry, just all the same things,
Mm-hmm.
health risk, find out what health conditions you're predisposed to, um, pharmacogenetics, your reaction to drugs. And I've talked to the CEOs of these and the developers of these companies as well. And I know that a particular company is behind, a few of these companies, like I said before, like this particular one here, which is another AI based platform, and you see who's behind them: IBM, Google Cloud. This is an AI based platform that's able to do all the stuff we was talking about earlier when I was talking about managing your um, pretty much your life for you. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is another type of AI agent that's similar to this. But how these two coincide with genomes is they're going to be able to take your DNA and they're going to be able to algorithmically test your genetics against certain pharmaceutical drugs. So you can have personalized precision medicine, guys. See that? Personalized precision medicine. That's next level. So yes, could they be trying to find the lost bloodline of Jesus? some,
Yeah,
some conspiracy
basically.
stuff. Let me bring it back. Could they be trying to find that? Could they be trying to, see what genetics will work well to create super soldiers? And this is just another way to get, but this is the thing, they're going to do this anyway.
Anyway, talk about it.
They're going to do this anyway. So when you go to the hospital, they drew your blood, they got your
That's
DNA.
it. That's
But
it.
do you have any type of control or access of it for your benefit?
Okay.
No. AI is in this already in Siri, but do you have your own personalized AI that will help you with your day to day life? No. You can get invested into those things now. What about real estate? You want to invest into real estate overseas, but you're gatekept by the country, the politics, or just the money or whatever. Well, you can do it by getting digital um, tokenized assets of that real estate. And it's not just going to be in real estate, it's going to be in everything. When these people at BlackRock said tokenization of everything, that means they're going to have everything on the blockchain. They're going to have this on the blockchain. They're going to have this on the blockchain. You're going to be on the blockchain. So imagine when it goes back to what we talk about with the birth certificates and the
Mm,
codes and all that stuff on some type of ledger. All this is going to be now in front. It's going to be like, you're on the blockchain. Everybody knows, but it's about how you position yourself to profit off of what's coming. So that's why I say yes to a degree. It is NWO type stuff, but would you want to be rich in NWO or would you want to be poor in New World Order? Which you got to decide. So you might as well figure that out as soon as possible. And I believe that we need to have more people um, that should get involved in this, that on the right side of things
okay.
profit. So
Okay.
that's why I do it.
Let me ask you. So I'm just gonna safely assume you have more than 10,000 hours into this. For those that are getting into it, how many hours of study time, prep time, research, realistically, is it going to take for someone to have a conversation with you in crypto? A newbie, from a newbie to, hey, Darius, I have a
I
question
love
about this
newbies.
market.
I love newbies because it's like that old saying, like, don't get a rotten apple from the barrel, because you don't know if it's gonna be rotten or not. Get it from the tree.
Hmm.
Their entry is me. So I'm gonna give them everything that they need. I've already lost hundreds of thousands of dollars doing the wrong thing.
Okay.
This person is scam, up, that's wrong, up, did that. I bumped my head many, many times. So I love working with people who just got into crypto because they're going to get right to the money very, very quickly, very, very fast. It's not going to be one of them things where it's like, oh, I got to see that. No, you're going to get right to it, right to it.
Okay.
And
Let
let
me get
me,
the.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, let me get the spam in your IG one more time for those that are looking to get in contact with you.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen too so you all can see um, what the group looks like. Let me make sure I don't share the audio. Okay. All right. So this is the Telegram group, guys. So this is the general group here. It has 272 members in here. That's my name right there. You guys can see. This is on November 7th. I was just saying to, post some reviews in here. And some of the people here posted their reviews. As you see, somebody has 20K invested. Um, This guy, he says, this group was my first entry into crypto. Blah blah blah. Talking about a couple of things. Um, so yeah, that's that. And then we have a quick flips group that talks about that actually helps people make money extremely fast, which is a whole other level. But I'm gonna, let you guys see that um, people who've gotten into the inner circle group have already 3x their money. And this is recent. This ain't old stuff. This is December 27th. Okay. And he got his first flip. One of my students got his first 10x. Um, let me see if I can find that. Yep. So this was December 18th. This is one of the guys who is Generation X. And one day, definitely gonna do a live with all the Gen X members and you, and talk about this stuff, because I believe that's going to be helpful for them to present this to their generation, and have a little group talk about it, because this is great. So yeah, this just he did his first 10x call, which means I think he put in probably like 500 or so dollars in.
Okay. Okay.
He called it himself. Other people invest much higher, of course, but 10x means he said, "Hey, buy this one here," and it actually did a 10x. So I
Mm.
would just tell people to congratulate him. And he's talking about the inner circle, which I'm going to show you guys here in a second. The inner circle group is this group here. Okay, so this is the inner circle group. It's much smaller. Okay, 55 members. And as you guys see, this is November 27th. And he said, I've made over 10x more money than the cost of this group. Also, had gotten mentorships in the beginning, and I'm just getting started. Just saying. So these are, um, how do I stop sharing? Okay, there we go. These are many examples that we have just on the top of my head that will continue. And eventually, my plan was to, after this bull run is over, because that's why I haven't been on your channel, because I want some really, really big examples. Talking about people who made six figures, then launch everything publicly. But I was like, you had a guy on here talking crypto. So I was like, man, let me go ahead and get over here and talk a little bit of crypto, but I really wanted to wait until I had some big bona fide results. But I believe this is great, because you guys are seeing people, talk about tens of thousands. Because if I come right off the bat with people making hundreds, some people might call cap, people might call cap now. They may still call cap, but I have all the proof, and I know, and I can show receipts
Well, I
of
would just say,
everything that I got going.
well, people like that, you don't owe them anything, man. It's just either get left
Yeah,
behind or you catch up. That's how I look at it. So, you know,
yeah. Yeah, but that's how I wanted to do it, because there's so many people that's saying they can do this, they can do that. No, man, I've helped people make tens of thousands of dollars. Facts. I have the receipts. When people say 3x, 10x their money, that is facts. So when this bull run is over, we're gonna do another live with the Gen X folk. I got two off the top of my head that I know are Gen X,
mhm.
that are two black men that are in their 50s, that we can bring on,
For
have a
sure,
powwow
for
session
sure, yeah.
about this, man. It's gonna be powerful. It's
Let
gonna
me
be
let me
powerful because yeah,
let me ask you. So, when do you sell in a bull run? What's your like? Okay, I think it's time for me to
yeah,
go ahead and knock this thing out like, because I don't know what the average bull run over the last
right.
decade is per um per commodity, whatever the case may be. So when do you say, okay, it's time to sell?
There's multiple indicators in bull markets across different sectors. Specifically in crypto, I sell people when I'm just walking across the street, or I'm in a cafe, or just around, and or now that I have this large group, people tell them they made $2,000 on a crypto.
Okay.
They made $5,000. They about to make 50,000, or they go buy something, or somebody they know actually hits big, and that's called euphoria.
Okay.
When we see that, that's a red flag. We need to get out.
Okay.
We need to get out of the market, because what goes up must come down, and we have essentially retail, which is normies, entering into the market, which is going to become exit liquidity. So they bring in so much money that it's safe for us to sell without really crashing the price massively when we sell. So it's and I'm actually glad that something just came to my mind too. We got a lot of conscious folks on here. It's really a cycle, guys. It really is. It's really, people do trade based on moon
Oh,
phases.
for sure.
They
Listen, talk.
trade
Yeah.
they do trade cyclically,
Yeah.
I say the word,
Cyclically. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
cyclically. They do trade. So a lot of the energy behind elections, 4-year cycles. A lot of times the bull runs are 4 to 8 years. Um, that the euphoria is there, but it's also the major numbers. The major um, numbers are hit are power numbers, and once you see those numbers hit, it's time to get out. Like when 100,000 hit on Bitcoin, that wasn't the power number. That was just the start of it, because Bitcoin's all-time high previously was
60.
67,000.
Right.
So
Right.
67 to 100, that's not the power number. The power number, and we can come back to it. I I want to say 300. I don't think it could get 300, but I'm gonna go conservative 150.
Okay.
It just depends on the economics, and it depends on how the market makers, which is basically the elite, want to take it, and how much hype they're going to give it. Because if they give it hype, they control the news. They can say buy now. They can
Mm-hmm.
do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always looking at what they say is going to kind of let happen, because they obviously let Trump win. So they're creating, and this is some free game for people out there. There's a crypto that's creating a statue for Trump that they're going to deliver to his inauguration,
That's
and it's
crazy.
and it's a crypto that's tied to this big ass statue that's going to be all over the news.
Gonna go through
So
the
if you
roof.
find out what that is, and let's say you don't want to join the Alpha Group, I just gave you some good. But eventually, you're gonna just type in Trump statue inauguration on Google. You'll see it is tied to an actual crypto.
Let me
So,
ask you. When you sell, do you sell everything? Do you sell 100%, or do you sell like maybe 85, 90, and just keep? You don't sell the
so,
entire.
so, I do both.
Okay.
So when it's over, like, you sell it all because
Okay.
it's over. That's different than passive income, passive investing, when you do it with 401ks. When you are an active investor, you make $1 million actively, you sell it. You sell all of it, you pay your taxes, you wait for the crash, and you buy in again. I give the example to women, because we got women that's in the group, in the group academy, same thing. um, I give them examples on bags, purses. You get one of those bags that's worth $1,000, and you hold it because you believe it's going to appreciate. You see it at 2,000, you don't sell it. You see it go to 3,000, you like, I'm thinking about sell, but maybe they can go to four. And then something happens, the price of that purse or that asset drops down
Yeah.
to 2,000. Is just like, should I sell it? And then let's say you sell it, right? And then it goes back to 3,000, right? So that's markets, same thing. But the thing is about the overall direction that these market makers are going to take it. When it's over, that's when you see on the news Bitcoin crashed and da 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 da. Like, you have to get out before that happens,
Okay.
which is not easy to do.
Mhm.
You have to be in alpha groups to understand what's going on. wars, elections, black swan events with COVID, all that stuff. They really manipulate this whole thing very well.
Yeah.
Even though people say they don't like the elites, they really control this place pretty. They have it under control. Like it's they got it lock and key. Like they have it.
Hey, that's
They have it. Like
that's what I
if
don't
they
even.
want to take Bitcoin to 300,000, there's
They're gonna do
nobody
it.
can
Yeah.
stop them. Like if they want Trump back in, and let's say he really did get hit, they can rewind the time and be like, no, he didn't get hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
They run it.
Let me ask you. So you got 50K. You say you got 100K in crypto. Now that most people, that's like they're thinking, oh, that's $100,000. It's 100K in crypto. What is the process of getting that out, and what does that realistically look like in cash if you want to
Yes.
move that around?
So to sell crypto is just like Cash App. You have money in your Cash App wallet and you just send it to your bank. That's really the process. But the issue lies in large amounts. That's the nuance issue. So what I tell, well, I got to backtrack. You can have your crypto on a website exchange, or you can have it in your wallet, in a digital wallet that you own your own crypto. I have
Mm-hmm.
to say that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to coinbase.com or Cash App, that isn't your crypto
It's
because it's
theirs.
not in your actual wallet,
That's right.
which is a digital wallet that holds the crypto. I have to let people know that. That's crypto OGs call that an on board or on ramp, off ramp. That's all we use it for.
Mm-hmm.
Bank account, website, buy the crypto, send it over to our wallets. That's how we use it. On ramp, off ramp. The problem lies in off ramping. We, what I teach is have multiple off ramps and do it in small amounts, just in case they flag it. All of your crypto isn't on their website.
Okay.
So let's say you have 100,000, you're gonna piece out maybe $5,000 to $10,000 a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to split it up in different off ramps. So you're going to use Cash App, you're going to use Coinbase, you're going to use all different sites, and you this. I mean, I love you, bro, because I'm about to tell them some shit. So y'all better like this video. Get different bank accounts
Oh.
with different banks. Why? Because if one bank flag it, you ain't stuck. So you need multiple bank accounts with different banks, not just bank accounts, different banks, and you want to have different off ramps to be extremely safe. Because what happens is if they flag your account, your bank account, you can't use your bank account because that may be your checking, or they do something funky. It may go to your savings, but it's still tied to that institution. They
Mm-hmm.
may just freeze all your assets and just be like, we got to look at everything now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got checking, savings and all this stuff together, then you need to understand that you might not want to meddle everything in one. I would say get multiple bank accounts, use multiple off ramps, especially if you over 100K. That's what I do.
Okay, so for the wallets, what do you recommend for a newbie um, wanting to establish different wallets to off ramp their crypto?
Right. Um, so I got to go back to the street example. So different blockchains on different streets, and in crypto, we didn't really get into the cults, but that's where the battles are because it's like my crypto is better than yours.
Yes. Yep.
My block versus this block. It's really like that. But you have different blockchains, so you have different wallets for those blockchains. So if you send Bitcoin to an Ethereum wallet, which is an Ethereum blockchain, you lose all of your Bitcoin. You never can get it back. You lost it. It's forever gone. Is it? It went to zero. I have to stress it like that. So you have to make sure whatever wallet you use is compatible with whatever crypto that you purchase on those websites. So, I got this pick here, right? Let's say every single pick is a blockchain. You have to make sure whatever crypto you purchase is compatible. So, I teach that it's really simple. It's just you just have to make sure, because if you send Bitcoin to an ETH, which is an Ethereum wallet, you lose it all. Vice versa, because it's not on that street, and they're not. They don't. They're. It's like oil and water. You can't mix them.
So then, who would be responsible for creating the go to between your Bitcoin to Ethereum? Like, who should?
Bridge.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
called a bridge.
Okay, so who
So
should
you
be
have
who
a
should?
crypto bridge. What was your question?
So whose responsibility should that be to establish a bridge for those that want to send it to Ethereum?
So that is a service. So they have websites that provide that to um, basically gatekeep going to different blockchains.
Mm,
Basically, like an exchange, but it's an exchange that deals with blockchains, not just the currency itself. It
okay.
deals with because, um, and this is why I say how you enter crypto is very, very important. So on blockchains, how can I say this where it's very, very simple? Because I don't want to confuse people. Okay, let me use the word language, because that's really what coding language is. That's what separates the blockchains from each other, is the coding language. They all use different coding language. That's why they can't mix together.
Mm-hmm.
So we use English, right? We know what the word Apple is, right? It means the same thing, but we need a translator to say the same thing, but on another language.
Right.
So on different blockchains, you have representations of the what we call native chain, which is Bitcoin, but you can have Bitcoin on Ethereum, but it's not Bitcoin. It's a wrapped version of Bitcoin on Ethereum, but it's not Bitcoin as in the chain. It's a version of Bitcoin on their chain.
Gotcha.
So basically, what I'm saying is you have native tokens, which are crypto that are on the blockchain themselves, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but you also have the tokenized versions of them on different blockchains.
Okay.
So if you want to, let's say you don't deal with Bitcoin's network at all, and you're on Ethereum's network,
Mm-hmm.
right? Kind of similar to now that I think about it, like Roku and what's some other channels that you can have, like other channels, but like Fire Sticks and stuff like that. It's like
Yeah.
it's not the channel itself, but it's like representations of the channel, like
Yeah.
on a thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to that. So let's say I'm on Ethereum's blockchain, but I want to get Bitcoin. If it's available, I could just get an Ethereum version of Bitcoin. It's the same price, it's the same thing, it's just not that.
Okay.
So that's what I mean by, if you get too technical, you can get away from the money, because what I just said has nothing to do with making
Nothing.
money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like there's people in crypto that exactly wrapped Bitcoin, right? I just didn't want to use that term to kind of like confuse people. But that's the technical side of crypto, where it's like, bro, you can get Bitcoin on like Ethereum. That has nothing to do with, did you turn $1,000 to 10? Did you? No? Okay, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can get so technical, and it's just like, where's the money at though? I focus on getting to the money side of it, even though I know the technical stuff, but it gets irrelevant to a degree.
Let me
But yeah.
ask you, if the bank account flags it, is it pretty much safe to say it's a wrap, or how long is it typically before the bank says, okay, we'll release it after so many 30 days, 60 days, 90 days after they do their investigations and stuff like that?
That's why you have to work with different banks, because it can happen with any of them. Just even if it's not crypto, you want to have different bank accounts anyways. But I would say not to have your life savings on a bank account, period. I would say have some of your money in crypto as well, because if they freeze that bank account, like it's over as well. So there's people that are on both sides that are like, okay, I have crypto, but I can't spend the crypto to get stuff. You actually can. There are Amazon based websites that you can pay with crypto right now. You can fly by paying, it's called Travala. You can go to travala.com and book flights, book hotels, and get kickbacks in crypto and stuff like that. Plenty of marketplaces to buy crypto. Um, it's just about how you want to look at it.
Mm.
Like you can have like somebody said 300 million in crypto, and you're trying to cash it out. Me personally, I wouldn't cash out $300 million in dollars. I would say you should diversify your wallets, saying maybe 50 to 100 million, still pay your taxes and stuff, but I wouldn't put a whole $100 million in a bank account because they can't insure it and they can freeze it.
Right.
But at least if you have it in your crypto wallet and you have many wallets, not just one, you have some type of tangible control where your hands are actually on it. And sometimes that scares people because it's like, well, if I lose the passwords, if I lose it, then I lose it, which is true. But these people got custody of your cash. They can just freeze it. Like Kanye wore a Bitcoin shirt when JP Morgan and them froze his money.
Yeah.
He just started wearing a Bitcoin shirt because this is like, bruh, Adidas, how y'all get JP because JP Morgan has own shares in Adidas.
Yeah.
So they just made a phone call and was like, freeze his money.
That's it.
Can't necessarily do that in crypto
Okay.
necessarily. You can flag an address to where they will trace it to where you can't, wherever you try to off ramp it to dollars, they'll trace it to that wallet. So let's say you have 300 million in here and you did something illegal or you stole it, they'll flag it. And if you send it to different wallets, they'll just trace it
Yeah.
digitally.
Yeah.
Try to go off ramp and you got your ID on there, they're gonna trace it all the way back to the Silk Road people on the dark web folks who stole all that Bitcoin and stuff like this. A
Mm.
guy who had like $3 billion that just got arrested recently because he did that. The only way you could do it is you would have to just be 100% on chain and
Okay.
deal with people straight crypto. Like you want to buy a house, well, you're gonna have to pay in crypto, and you got to probably do it over the counter, which means um, you have to you basically can't do it through what's the word I'm looking for? Um, it's a way to do it to where it's not necessarily through the network, but eventually it'll show up on the network. They call it
Gotcha.
over the counter. But yeah,
How much of the hacking is an issue? Does that worry you that eventually the hackers may get better, or they may be work around backdoors, Trojan horses for all that good stuff? Like how?
yeah. I
Okay.
have a hour lecture, if you will, about crypto security. One of the things I tell people to do is get a dedicated device for crypto specifically, either a computer and a phone or both. Take the SIM card out of the phone if you're going to have a crypto wallet because they can SIM swap and just get access to your phone.
That's right.
Wi-Fi, you want to deal with secure Wi-Fi as much as possible, of course. But if you can, um, try to layer your security in Wi-Fi because they can also try to hack your phone through Wi-Fi. So the you have cold wallets, which are essentially um, better than what are called hot wallets, which are on devices. The only problem is you can't get all of the new crypto on a cold wallet, which is all the opportunities are on that stuff because they just came out. So if you get a crypto that just came out today and it goes to $1 million and you bought it at 100,000 market cap, you made 10 times your money in one day,
Mm-hmm.
which we've done. But that crypto isn't on a cold wallet. You have to sell it and then transfer that. Well, how can I say it? People understand. You would have to sell that crypto into Bitcoin and then take that Bitcoin and put it into a cold wallet.
Now, how much of that
That
would
way,
you? Okay, and for every transaction you do for that, how much are you losing? Because you're not gonna walk away with the full amount.
It's about the same as it's less actually than foreign exchange rates
Okay.
when you go to a foreign exchange, and also it's cheaper than sending a wire.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. This
But yeah, if
is a.
anybody got any questions, man, I could definitely answer them while I'm here. You know,
Let's see. Questions. Because you pretty much they had questions and you basically explained it just without even.
I've been doing it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm locked in,
You
bro.
are so. Yeah. I was about to say you are so locked in, bro. It's not even funny.
ten
It's
thousand
almost
dollars,
scary.
bro. I'm locked in. You said scary?
Well, let me ask you, how do you plan on? I know we said that the control aspect, but what aspects are excite you about the AI with the blockchain coming up? What are you looking forward to, and how you plan on using this to your benefit?
Um, just capitalizing on it, and you know, in my own imaginary world, being a person that has money that's a good person and trying to see if that helps anything at all. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. That's basically keeps me moving
Okay.
because I have to have some type of motivation. So my thing is if I can get as many people, as many good people to have money, maybe we can have our little own pocket of something on this world that we can all move to and just be like, well, we'll pay our taxes, but just kind of leave us alone, hopefully. That's how I see it. Because if anybody has ever seen or played the game Cyberpunk 2077, that's where we're going 100%.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to be somewhere where I'm not as affected by crazy
Okay.
crap. You know, I don't know if I answered the question at all, but
No, you got that. If people want to get in contact with you, basically IG is the best way.
yeah,
Okay.
yep. Instagram, Darius Robbins on there. Um, that's the best way to contact me. And then, if you guys are interested in joining the group, let Super Slide know that you join, and he'll get a kickback just
Yeah,
because.
I need kickbacks. I got
Like, come on,
cats.
man, that's
They cost
crazy.
money. Fucking cats.
Yeah, like that. I told him like I showed him these crypto like last year,
This was
like
last year,
probably
literally
like
last year. Yeah. Yeah.
before that. I think maybe the end of 20, probably January, probably literally probably a year.
It had to be more
And
than a year. Yeah.
and I was just like, man, like I got this group, man. I'm doing this, that, and the third. And I never wanted to present it to his audience until I had big results because yes, I do want to grow the group. It does cost to get into the group, and I do want to do business. Um, and But I just want to have overwhelming, crazy results, which I'm still gonna have.
Oh, for sure. For
Somebody
sure.
might say turning 1,500 to 15,000 is crazy results in like
Yeah.
two in a week. I'm like, yeah, but I'm talking about like six figures,
Yeah.
like not me, like other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just if you all decide to join, just let him know that you all did. You know. Oh, we got that's Cedric. Hey, Cedric, let him know you generation that you see him.
Yeah. I see the
He
chin hair.
generation X.
I see
That's
the
what
gray
I'm
of the
talking
chin
about.
hair. Tells me
That's
all I
what I'm
need to
talking
know.
about. Cedric, let him know. Hey, Cedric, bro. I'm so glad that you joined in, bro, and I'm glad that you joined the group and trusted me, man. Eventually, I want to bring you on and Son of God on this channel because this will also segue into what the manosphere should be about.
Okay. 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 Shots fired. Shots fired. We're here for it.
O'Shea, I told O'Shea before I told you. He was like, oh, for real? Well, if you getting all this crypto money, send me a donation. I'm like, bro, you not
Wow.
understanding what I'm building here. Yes, it's this is for everybody, and there are pockets of women in the group, and you have men who are married in the
Mm-hmm.
group,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have rainbow as in shades of color, races of people in the group, and young people in the group, but you also have older men in the group, older black men that are in the group that resonate with the manosphere, that we can get this information out there. Because we have two of them in the group right now that are on their way to making six figures, that are thinking about, I know Cedric probably thinking about getting some of his money out of that 401k. I know he is. Son of God, I think he did. Him and his wife, I think they did take a little bit out of their 401k. But I know Cedric for sure was talking about it. That's what we need to be talking about in the manosphere, because majority of the manosphere is Generation X. And I was telling O'Shea, I was like, bruh, but we need to bring in some young blood as well and work together,
Mm-hmm.
because Generation X got the money and the connections that millennial men don't have.
Right.
We don't have the network you all have. And I'm like, man, we need to work together, and then we can really do something. Because shoot, in Atlanta, or whatever, uh, getting that together, man, that's powerful. But we got to start somewhere.
He
So
wasn't.
eventually I want to do that, and bring him on, bring Son of God on, and have some type of I know you don't do panels and stuff, but
I
I know
know we
you
get
probably
man. Come on, man. Say less. No, I don't do nigga panels. I don't
that's
do.
definitely
I
not an
can't do
indoor panel.
that.
No,
I'll
no,
watch
this is
everybody else
like,
nigga panels, but not over here.
yeah, like you could be the new black manosphere,
You
like, and
know.
start these conversations and what they're going to be talking about, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, yo, it's real. And they're gonna be the ones that encourage the guys who got 100,000, 200,000, 300,000
Mm-hmm.
in a 401k to bite a little bit of that off and invest it in crypto, because you can. We got a group that will facilitate and help you do that. Because why not turn that into a couple M's in 10 years, and you 65 and you really got a few of them joints, them few of them M's, and you straight. You really straight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. Just let me know when you're
we
ready,
gonna do
man.
that.
It's always. I'm always. The door is always open. You have a key to the house. We talking
And I
about.
appreciate you, man.
So,
And
yeah.
I want you to join too. So this is the thing, guys. Oh, let me say this. This was the deal with Super Slide. The first person who joins my group, Super Slide, is getting in for free. All right. He's getting a kickback, and he's joining. So it's not like I'm just on here and I'm blowing smoke. No, we're gonna get Super Slide in the group. We're getting them in,
And who
okay?
let him
So
in? Who let this
we're
nigga
getting
in?
them in for sure, for sure. Definitely getting in, because when he sees it, he gonna be
You
like, "Yo,"
you already know. You already know.
you know what I'm
But
saying? So you guys, join the group, join the academy, and like I said, he's gonna get. I'm being transparent. He's gonna get a kickback. That's just what it is. But he's also gonna be in there with you guys.
so any last words for the people? Because I definitely wanna, like I said, when you get a chance, get the guys together and we'll have a powwow. Because I'm
Man,
curious to
yeah,
like guys like Cedric, were they already like techno savvy to a point where you didn't have to, you,
right,
you know what I'm saying? Then you know how older
right.
folks, they still write checks. Do they know how to use a debit card? Do they know how to text on the phone? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious to how easy was that transition for older guys like him to get into the crypto. You know,
Right,
so
exactly. I believe interviewing them two, like me, Cedric, Son of God, you, Nick, and I don't know how large the panel can be or whatever. People could come in and out,
it
but
don't matter. Yeah,
just that generation, I want them to. I really want them to talk about it, because they have the money. Y'all generation, like my generation's broke, man.
yeah, we're
They
the
don't
last
have
ones with the money.
10K.
Yeah,
They don't have $10,000 nowhere in
yeah,
a 401k savings, nothing. Gen X got it. They got the bread.
yeah.
Y'all got it, man.
Yeah, we the last
So
ones that got the money. That's it. Yeah.
that's ones that got the money. So it's like, yeah, you know,
Okay.
we can definitely do that powwow, man. And but I want them to get them the big results. They're getting results, but after this bull run, yeah, really get the results, man.
Before I let you go, which coins are you liking right now?
Um, He's a season. That one he talking about.
He
Can
found
you
it.
put it back up there? I found that crypto you were talking about with that statue. Yo, I'm on it.
Yeah. That man's
I
locked in.
mean,
That man
I'm
third eye
on
activated.
nothing. I'm saying is tap. That one right there. That's exactly. We got how many days to inauguration? We have about a week.
A week,
That one
yeah.
right there. Google that one, y'all. I can't give y'all just say the name, but just y'all gonna see it. Statue for Trump inauguration crypto. Just type that in some kind of way. You're gonna find it. Yeah. But thank you, bro. I really
Hey,
appreciate this, man.
anytime, always. Like I said, you got the keys to the house, man. So whenever you get the guys together, whenever you get a free weekend, and we'll knock it out. And I look forward to that, definitely. So yeah.
Absolutely. Y'all check me out on Instagram, Darius Robbins. Let me know you came from the live, and also let Supersly know if you do decide to join, because he is going to be able to join as well and make this thing happen, guys. I appreciate y'all.
My man, always. All
All right, bro.
right, bro. Have a good night.
You too, man. Peace.
Thank you. That's my man's. Yes, join the group. Information costs and wisdom's costs. See. But yeah, I'm here for it. I'm glad everybody got some out of it. Hopefully you got some out of it. I would definitely go back and chop up some important parts that I took from this interview with Darius. So his Instagram is in the chat, and please go follow him and hit him up for one-on-ones, consults, and all that good stuff. He's out of Atlanta, so that's my guy. So with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Hey, thank you. So I'm out of here, y'all. 2 hours. MOT's coming. In about 2 hours, he's a coming. MOTs are coming. So in 2 hours, we're gonna have this knockdown, drag out Black Manosphere fight. I see y'all in 2 hours. Peace.